Good evening, guys. How's everybody going tonight? I got my notification that we just went live. Did y'all get your notification?
Nope, I ain't came on my phone. Oh, I ain't even clicking on it.
Just changing the ticker down at the bottom. I'm at a little tiny QT here in North Georgia. It's literally right there at the Tennessee-Georgia line. I don't even know what city this is, but well. So what's going on tonight, guys? There's a whole three people in here right
now. Yeah, I'm sitting in Evansville doing a 34. It's about up. It's gonna be up in a few more hours. I'll be ready to leave in the morning.
I just did a 34. So, are we slow tonight or something?
No, everything fine on my end.
Yeah, I'll say it's working on me.
Sometimes this internet does funky stuff. What about you? You're at home, aren't you? At home time?
Yeah, I'm at home, but I'm picking up at the drop yard in St. Louis tomorrow. Going out tomorrow.
Where are you heading off to?
Somewhere in Tennessee.
Venor,
yeah, between Nashville and Knoxville.
Okay. It's easier to say than Big Bone Lick, Kentucky, huh? That's a state park, Big Bone Lick State Park. It's up there by Cincinnati. Did you know that?
No.
It's also Bald Knob, Kentucky, too.
No, okay.
There's a Bald Knob, North Carolina, too.
Is there really?
Yeah, Bald Knob, North Carolina, up just north of Asheville a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know where I was earlier, but I was at Stinking Creek, whatever state I was in. I think it was Tennessee. Stinking Creek. Yeah, Brian, I don't want to talk about it, buddy. What's up, Trey? Brian says Bucks are keeping bowls. He's cleaning house. The only reason he's cleaning house on his coaching staff is because it's the only way they were going to keep him, because he needs a fresh start. And quite frankly, I don't think it's his coaching staff. I think it's him. I said that from day one. I think they should have taken a run for Harbaugh or somebody like that. And I think it's fucking stupid, to be honest with you. I'm telling you guys right now that if the Dolphins take John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson goes to Miami, because he's already said he wanted to go to Miami. He said that before the end of the year. If that happens, I might be a Dolphins fan. Hold on, I'm going to open this window. It's actually kind of hot here. Fucking A, man. It's a long time since I've been able to open windows, man.
What about nice. What about that Indiana game last night? That was a good game.
Oh man, that was a good game.
That was. Yeah.
I called that at the beginning, like season or week 3. I said Indiana's going to be a hard team to beat this year, buddy.
Yeah, man, they got a pick six. They got a pick six with that. The first play of the game, they got a pick six.
Yeah, they scored within the first 12 seconds, brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They scored within the first 12 seconds. So Brian said, Big Bone Liquor Park. Yeah, that's your hometown, Big Bone Liquor Park, buddy. Trey says, on my way back from Denver, headed to Detroit, 2,400 miles on 2 loads. First load I've got with over 900 miles on it. Yeah, that was you got my load, Trey, just to let you know. I had to give that up because I was getting the camera put in the truck. So you got my load. You're welcome. Chris says, hey, James, how are things? Everything's great, Chris. How are you, buddy? Hope things are well. Philly cleared house on coaching staff and kept I can't even say his name, 2 years ago and won the Super Bowl next season. Nick Sirianni. I think Sirianni is a good coach. A lot of people don't like him. I think he's good. We went to Miller's Ale House in Vieira to watch the game last night. Okay. Joe Trey says, Indiana been doing that all year, really. Getting quick turnovers on opening drive of game. Yeah, they whoop ass seriously, in the first quarter, they always do that. That's their motto. And that's the way their coach is. They'll whoop up very quickly and pretty much keep the whole game in slow motion all the way. Indiana's a force to be challenged this year. That's for sure. Shaloop, hey buddy, I'm good. I'm good. Got to wait till the 23rd for my drug test and physical is coming along. Yeah, I remember you telling me. I don't remember what you said, why you had to wait till the 23rd, but I know you're coming. 3 Rigs, Evening Fly Rabbit, and fellas. Hey, buddy, how's it going? As you guys can see, there's the new logo at the top of the screen. I don't think I can make it bigger. That's as big as it's going to be. My wife did that logo. She did an awesome job. Michael Shepard's picking up in Findlay, Ohio to South Carolina on Monday. Awesome. Yeah, I was looking at the 360 early, Mike, and I saw you were at home and actually passed by you early this morning. So the Panthers just got a touchdown and got the lead now. I just happened to see that. Going to be putting this Green Bay game on here in a little bit. I think the Green Bay-Chicago game is going to be a great game. Probably going to be one of the best playoff games, I think, in my opinion. Salute. Only have the weekends off, and I got a VA appointment. Yeah, that's right. Down in Columbus, so it's easier to do it in that day. I remember, bud. I remember now. My wife says, hey, my fly rabbit and fellas, you have some sound feedback where you talk. Who's got the sound feedback? I think it sounds like Chris, if I'm not mistaken. He's got his TV on in the background.
No, I'm muted myself, so it ain't me. So it's got to be Jonah.
No,
Jonah.
I don't know.
Because I don't have nothing on.
I don't have nothing on. I don't have no TV on either.
Yeah, me neither. I'm sitting in the truck.
She says I have feedback. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I have feedback. Hang on a second. I'm going to go out. I'll be right back in. Let me make sure my mic's set up. Hold on, guys.
Right.
Yeah, because I had myself muted and I could hear feedback.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right. Is that better, darling? I hope that it is. There was nothing that I did. So somebody just texted me. Brett Lucas said he was going to come on tonight. I didn't even. Brett, I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't even realize that that I asked you to come in, but it's all good. You can go next time. 10 to life. Hey, fellas, on a 34 in Tybee Island. Back to work tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Yes, Savannah.
Hello, Justin. What's that?
I said here in Tybee Island, here in Savannah area. Right outside of Savannah.
Shaloop was starting to get nervous from not hearing from her, but she is very, very busy. It's when you talk. Well, darling, I can't do anything any different, and I got the exact same setup that I have all the time. Everything's plugged in. Everything's working. I don't know, darling. We're going to have to roll with it because there's nothing I can do any different. Michael Shepard says, go Steelers. Johnny Matthews, thanks for more information on lease. No problem, buddy. We talked quite a bit today. I remember. And 3 Rigs. How's everyone's year starting out? Mine has been pretty good so far. Yeah, mine's been fairly decent. What about you guys?
Mine been pretty good. I had last week was my first good full week. Full week, and I did pretty good. I had like about 2,700 miles last week.
What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I had about same amount, 2,700 too for the week.
Well, we were all right about the same. I was sitting at about 28. And
Yeah.
I had one of the guys that Michael Sage, he ended up with 3,800 miles this week.
Hey.
I think it was like an 8-day week where something kind of carried over, but still
Yeah.
30 miles. That was a pretty good week. So Brian Jess is just like the chef on South Park. He made him some homemade Salisbury steak with rice and corn.
Hey.
We're going to make the Salisbury steak tonight. Man, it is freaking hot here tonight. I don't know why. I mean, it's like 55 or 60 degrees outside. You even got the windows open. This light don't produce any heat. Wow, looks like Rams just made a good run. Yeah, I didn't know what kind of live we would have tonight with the football on and stuff. A lot of guys are watching football, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sloop says 2,500 miles this week. Ran yard dog today for 30 an hour. So we'll see how much this will be next week. James, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep. So Sloop is coming aboard. Johnny Matthews is coming aboard. Those just happen to be two guys on here tonight. And I talked to another guy earlier. He was supposed to come in tonight, too. Let's see who that was. Got another guy, Chris. Can't remember what Chris is. No, that's Chris Sloop. Okay. That's Sloop. I thought that was you, but I wanted to make sure. So I know Chris Sloop is right around the corner from coming in also. And Johnny Matthews, I believe you're coming in the first week of February, if I'm not mistaken. So, guys, I'm going to try and put a pre-recorded video together this weekend sometime. What I want to go over, basically, and it's just kind of a thing, is it a good time to lease a truck / buy a truck? And, basically how good is, Swift right now? Obviously, the three of us that are on here, we're kind of jaded. We're all doing very well. We think it's the perfect time to get in because I think there's only one way up. And, just like Brian Jess, he does it a different way. We all do it a different way, but and different avenues of how to do it. Wow, almost got a touchdown. Brian, it's always the smartest way. If you're able to buy a truck, the only issue is when you buy a truck, I mean, everything's on you. You got to have a good truck. If you get with a shit turd like I did or some of the other guys has, it's hard to make it. But if you got a good truck, and I think Brian's done some minor things to his along the way, that's obviously the best way to go if you can ever do it. I was drained of everything that I had, and I wasn't able to do a second truck. So, and honestly, with me coming back to Swift, that was my intentions of all along. And I've said it from the very beginning that I wanted to get back into a lease truck. I was going to sell the truck and get back into a lease truck anyways, just for recruiting purposes and show you guys that you can make money at Swift and still lease a truck. What is that hanging down? What's up, Aaron? How are you doing tonight, buddy? We did a little talking yesterday. Red Raider Reloading. Hello. Red Raider, aren't you? I'm not sure, but I think you're at Dart. Is that correct? I can't remember. Was just curious about that. I know Jonah just left Dart, but I don't know. I'm thinking that you are at Dart. Just curious what's going on. I changed the knock sensor in the petrol parking lot Thursday morning. Fortunately, the Peterbilt in Florence had to park. Okay. So, oh, that's right. He works for a grocery chain. I know there's another guy that comes on here from time to time that he's with Dart. I just can't remember what his name is off the top of my head. Well, there's a lot of things going on right now with truck drivers. If anybody's keeping up with all the truck drivers and YouTubers and stuff, man, there's a lot of things going on. Evan says, doing pretty well. Got myself stuck in Iowa. No loads out here in the Midwest. And that shouldn't be that way. The Midwest is one of the best places to be at. Yeah, a lot of YouTubers are struggling right now. If you buy a truck, you need to learn how to work on it. Yeah, that's one thing that I'm really honestly I'll pay somebody to work on it. I'm not a mechanic, nor do I want to be one. But I know what you're saying, Brian. You're right. You do need to learn to do minor stuff. I do minor stuff, but nothing like what you do. I mean, you get under that bitch and crawl under it and pull parts off, and sometimes you're Charlie Daniels of the torque wrench, buddy. That was actually in a song, by the way. Anybody know what song that was in? Anybody country singer, country fans?
Well, I listen to country, but I don't recognize the song.
You ever heard of a guy named Sammy Kershaw?
No, nope.
From the 90s? Yeah, you're a little young. He was a singer in the 90s. He was really, really popular. He had a song called Queen of My Double Wide Trailer. Have you ever heard that song?
Nope.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny song. Pretty funny video too, actually. So you guys that are my age, somewhere in between, like 42, 43 to 60, let's say. So I'm pushing that closer to that 60 number. I'll be 56 this year. And Jonah, I know you're kind of in that top end of that 40 area.
Yeah, 48.
So something happened on December 31st, and they've been doing it for, I think it was 44 years, if my math is right. You know what happened? It's kind of something in our era. I want my MTV.
Well, what now?
MTV, music television. They ceased everything on the 31st. Their last video they played was the very first video they played in 1981. Video killed the radio star. I know, Chris, you're too damn young. How old are you, Chris?
I'll be 47 in March.
Okay. Yeah. How old are you, Jonah?
48.
You guys didn't watch MTV when you were young?
Well, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
I was outside.
Huh?
I was outside most of the time.
Your mom and dad kicked you out, didn't they?
No, I like staying outside when I was younger. But we out down the street.
They made you drink out of the water hose too, didn't they?
Yep.
All those chemicals. That's what's wrong with you. I knew there was something with you, man. Drinking all that iron out of the fucking faucet.
I'm from the country, but we had well water where I'm from.
So Brian just says, at $180 to $200 per hour, shop will do everything I can. I replaced the compressor head a few weeks ago. Worst part on that was draining and refilling the coolant. Yeah, that's some nasty shit. What's up, Chris, buddy? How are you tonight? And 10 to Life says, we are the same age. 50. I'll be 56 this year. Guys, let me tell you what. I had MTV on all the freaking time. It was just like you lost a best friend when they turned it off. Of course, MTV's nothing what it has been in the last 20 years.
No, yeah, it changed.
I remember Friday Night Video show that was on. Buddy, let me tell you what. Not only do I remember Friday Night Videos, but I also remember Up All Night with Rhonda Shearer. And then they had, what's the fucking loudmouth guy's name? The comedian. What's that loudmouth's name? Not Andrew Dice Clay, the little skinny guy. Come on, guys. You got to tell me who it is.
No, I have no idea.
The comments. You guys got to tell me. But I remember watching Up All Night with Rhonda. March 11th, your birthday. Hey, happy birthday, buddy, early. But hey, all you guys my age, if you didn't have a thing for Rhonda back in the day, something was definitely wrong with you, man. She was I don't want to call her a MILF because I don't think she had kids or anything, but she was 10 years older, than what we were at the time. Brian just used to get off work on Friday night and go home to watch Headbangers Ball. I can see that on you, Brian. I was more or less listening to Yo MTV Raps is what I was listening to. That, the popular music more or less. Evan says, "What's wrong with drinking out of the hose?" I did that all the time, buddy. We all did. I was just giving Jonah shit, man. Jonah's got some capabilities wrong with him, man, and I was just trying to give him a good excuse. International in Doraville, Georgia, charged $275, $285 per labor hour. Ridiculous.
Sure.
At Three Rigs, and that's going to be one of my big topics. Is international. Do not buy one. Absolutely. I feel sorry for the guys that I sent over there, man. I'm trying to remember what that guy's Gilbert Godfrey. That's who I'm trying to think of.
Oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
He said Gallagher, but no, it was Gilbert Godfrey. What a I don't know, man. He irked me, you know what I mean? Hey guys, I can't even talk like it. This would drive me nuts. They just shut down the music part of MTV last year. I think they shut MTV down altogether from what I understand.
I thought the whole channel was shut down.
I think they shut all of them down. They're going to do something with those wavelengths. That's why they shut it down. Somebody bought it, and they're shutting it down because they're going to come up with another TV channel, kind of like what they did with True TV, because True TV used to be God, I can't even remember what it was at one time. All right. We got another lesbian in the house. Brian Jess is a bunch of the old VJs from MT. Yeah, there's only 3 of them. And, Martha Quinn, she's on iHeart. She does the 80s channel on iHeart. And, of course, the black guy, I can't remember what his name is. He's been dead for, 25 years probably or more. No, not Sam Kinison. I'm talking about Gilbert Godfrey. I actually like Sam Kinison. That guy was funny. So far, so good. I have no complaints. Buddy, I told you, Michael, you came to a good company. I think your truck's going to be good because of the mileage. So Michael it's either a 21 or 22 Kenworth. Listen to this, guys. He got a 21 or 22 Kenworth, and it's a MRP lease. And you guys know how I feel about MRP lease. But the big kicker out of his truck, it's only got like 150,000 miles on it.
What?
Wow. They didn't drive that truck.
Operator truck too. Yeah, that's right, Chris. Court TV was True TV. I was thinking Sam Kinison too, but he's not. Yeah, he's not skinny. I'm glad you're happy, Michael. Michael Shepard says, I'm 53 and remember seeing MTV play Video Killed the Radio Star. Yeah, I go back and watch it from time to time. And, you can go to YouTube and just Google first day of MTV, and you can watch their broadcast for like the first 4 hours. It's kind of cool, reminiscing to see that. Sucks that they're done. All right, guys, well, let's talk about our weeks, man. Chris, on you, buddy. Talk about your week, man. How things go for you. I know you talked about your mileage. Give us some ideas. Running any hot chicks or anything, or hot dudes, whatever you're into, whatever.
No, didn't run into nobody. Just that the last part of my week was in Harrisonville at a Walmart. Was supposed to pick up a US Express trailer to take to P&G in Cape Girardeau by my house, but someone else picked it up. And I sat there waiting for CSR and all them to figure out what to do. And then finally I just deadheaded home because I was supposed to be home anyway Thursday night. So that's kind of sucked. But, hey, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Yep. What about you there, Nick?
Last week I had a very good week. I did 3,300 miles loaded and about 400 miles empty.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a very good week. Yeah, very good week. And I'm actually taking my 34 now, so I'm in Jonestown, PA.
Okay. So. How about you, dear Jonah?
Oh man, I had about 2,700 miles this week. I ran pretty good. Matter of fact, I'm in Edwardsville taking a 34. I'm gonna leave out in the morning and go to Louisville. Deliver that Monday morning. Monday it's say midday, but I'm trying to deliver early if they'll take it early.
Where are you delivering to in Louisville? What do you got?
Beer.
Which one are you going to?
Somewhere I went
Otherwise,
something. I picked up
well,
from Miller. It came from Miller Coors. It came from Colorado.
what street are you going to? Do you remember?
Went. Hold on. Something went.
I bet you're going to Mo Mormon's place. You're either going to Anheuser or Mo Mormon, one of the two. Those are the two distributors. Unless he's sold out.
River City Distribution.
Yeah, River City that's Mo Mormon's place.
Yeah.
What's it on?
Win Street Drive.
I don't know that. What's the zip code? Does it have a zip code there?
Yeah, 40258.
258. So you're going to be over in the PRP area, Pleasure Ridge Park. That's over on the western side of the city.
Yeah, it's like the southwest part of Louisville.
Yeah. I know all the zip codes there because I've said many times I was a police officer there for years, actually deputy sheriff, but we did everything by zip codes when we served warrants there. That's kind of the reason why I still know all the zip codes. Yeah, the Anheuser-Busch, they're over on the east side of the county or whatever.
Yeah.
There's only seven or eight Anheuser-Busch distributors that are still owned by Anheuser-Busch. All of them are pretty much independently owned.
Yeah.
All right. So my week, I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember what I did last week, but I'm going to start with this week. This week started out with me getting on Friday. Well, Thursday I did a 34, started a 34, and then Friday I got my camera installed so I can train, got my insurance and got the approval, got everything done. The only thing that I got to wait on, guys, is safety to say, hey, he's good to go. But I am ready to go. I'm hoping by midweek of next week I'll have a trainee in the truck and I'll start putting some content out. If I get a trainee in the truck, I think it's going to give me a little bit of time in the passenger seat to put some good stuff out. The student has to want to, they don't have to go on YouTube by any way, but they have to be okay with me, shooting YouTube because if they get into the video, I don't want them to get mad at me because it might happen.
Yeah.
So Michael Shepard agrees. He likes the Headbangers ball. Just started rolling a younger guy who's a Swift driver on the percentage side. He says he's loving it and making the dollars. You can definitely make money here, Chris. I promise you. So you start following. I got you. You can definitely make money. Chris on 10. Is that his name in his YouTube? So Evan says those Miller Cold loads out of Colorado have been my go-to loads every time. Always loads coming out of there. Yeah, there's always loads out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like three. It was like 2 or 3. I know there's 2 sitting on the yard here. And they're trying to give you one to go into New York. New Jersey. And but it was going out to the coast part of New Jersey. I told him I didn't want that. Yeah, another driver ended up getting it.
Okay, so let me read this here. Fly Rabbit, I want a brand new Blue Tiger headset, dual earphone, and you want to donate it to the channel so you can give it away to your list. You know what, buddy? Do me a favor. Call me tomorrow. My number's on the screen, and we'll talk about that. I'll give you my address so you can mail it out, and we'll discuss how we're going to give it away. That's very thankful of you, and I appreciate that. Yeah, give me a ring tomorrow. I'll be driving all morning. Actually, all day probably. Thanks again, Red Raider. I don't know how to say your name. Isa Kaba? Y'all know anything about flatbed owner-operators? I've been with Swift 7 months and thinking of making the switch. The only thing that I can tell you, it depends on where you live at. If you're in Texas or South Carolina or in the Southeast, you could probably get on flatbed. If you're not in those areas, they probably won't bring you aboard.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good, Red Raider. I'll be waiting your call, bud. we can definitely find us a winner on that.
Mm. Mm.
By the way, guys, I hit a milestone again. I say a milestone, but I'm almost to a milestone. I'm at 2,187 subscribers. I'm almost to 2,200. I don't know if you guys remember this, but literally just right around November, I just hit 2,000. So my channel is growing very, very quickly. And the video that we did, the last live, the end of 2025 with my truck. Wait a minute, that's the wrong one. That's the video we did, this last Saturday Night Live video we did, 609 views. And the video I did 2 days ago, just talking about all my truck issues, are already at 585 views. So, channel's growing, guys. Don't start yawning. You're going to get us all yawning. Buddy, I am absolutely wore out. I started driving at 11 p.m. last night, drove till about 5, stopped for about 5 hours and did a split sleeper berth and finished my drive down to – my goal was to get down to Chattanooga. I actually got a little bit further than Chattanooga. I actually made it into Georgia, so that's where I stopped at for the night. Going to Orlando, I've got 552 miles left to go to get to where my destination is.
Nice.
I was going to go home, but I just don't think that the little bit of time that I'm going to have at home isn't going to be worth it for a 10-hour break. Because once I pick a student up this week, I'm definitely going to be out for at least 4 weeks. Kind of move you guys around a little bit. So, Chris, turn your phone sideways, brother.
No, I'm on a laptop.
Oh, is that okay? You know what? That's what I'll do. There we go. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So Aaron says, just shows you people are interested in Swift. I know my channel has seen some great traffic as well. Yeah, that's a good thing. And here's the key to this, Evans, and I'm just as guilty as anybody is. You got to put at least 1 or 2 videos out a week. You have to. In order to grow the channel, you got to. When I first started this, I started putting out, one channel or one show a week. And then I eventually got to where I was doing, one every other week. And then I just got to a point where I was barely doing one a month. And I kind of went at a standstill. But the channel still grew, but not as big as what it is now. Carolina just got a touchdown, put them in the lead. I'm from Houston, been doing flatbed on the company driver side. Okay, so you're already with the company doing flatbed, so you're not going to have any issues. Now, I can't speak for their freight. I don't have any idea how the freight is. So you got to go with the flow on their freight, because I would imagine if you're busy as a company driver, you're probably going to be busy as an owner-operator too.
Mm-hmm.
So thirst quencher, what's the requirements to train at Swift? I don't know if there's really any requirements. It's just that you got to have a good safety score, and you can't be setting the camera device off every other minute and a half or whatever. You just have to be here 30 days, as far as I know. Oh, and you got to have a YouTube channel. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, man. So I guess the first week of February, I'm going up to the Chicago area and get my decals put on. I talked to the lady this week. She's going to finally give me a price, hopefully Monday or Tuesday, what it's going to cost. I'm guessing probably in the neighborhood of $700 or so, but I'm getting a lot of shit put on my truck, though, too.
Nice.
You guys won't cost nowhere near that.
Yeah,
when you're ready.
Number.
Huh?
I said I need that number because I was gonna get mine done.
Who do you want? You got to get the graphic artist first, don't you?
Yeah, I gotta find what I want first, and then call them up, and then get them put on.
We'll figure out what you want. You know what you want?
No, not yet.
I told you what you should do. You should use the Uncle Herschel on the Cracker Barrel emblem. That goes with South Carolina, dude.
Do what now?
The Uncle Herschel sitting in the rocking chair.
No. They'll run me out of my neighborhood so quick.
Why would they run you out of your neighborhood?
With that big logo on the side of it.
Man, people take things too seriously, man. You know. I don't know, Jonah. I have to think on it, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I try to. I don't know what kind of idea what I want to do for my logos.
What was your hear me out, okay? You remember Craig? He had Mario Brothers on the side of his truck. You remember?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What did you like as a kid? Is there a certain character or something you liked, or cartoon, a figure, anything? A
No,
TV show?
Not on top of my head.
No.
Yeah, I'll figure out something between now and then.
If I would have went with my gut instinct, like I told you guys and stuff, how perverted I was, I would have a porn star on the side of mine or something. I already know what Chris is going to do. He's going to use Tony Soprano. Hey, Chris. Speaking of which, I got the perfect logo for you. Remind me later. I got another friend, and his name is Chris, and he lives in Oklahoma City. And the name of his trucking company was Goodfellas, LLC. And I gave him a really cool logo, and that's what you need to use because you remind me of a Goodfellas.
Yeah, I want to get my lights put on first, though. I might put my lights on first, then do the decals.
You got to put what on first?
I want to put my lights on first, then I was going to get my decals done.
What lights?
I'll get some lights. I'll give me some lights I'll put on it. I was going to change the grill. I was going to change the grill. I'm going to put some lights in the grill, the lights on with it on the side with air thing. I was going to change the lights and put little lights in it.
Is that the chicken lights you're talking about?
Yep. I agree. Some chicken lights on my truck.
You're going all redneck, buddy. You gonna put pipes on the side?
Say what now?
Put pipes on the side of your truck too?
No, I ain't doing no pipes. Nah, I don't do no pipes now.
You gonna leave it a grass burner?
Leave what now?
Leave it as a grass burner?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'd love to put chicken lights on mine.
Huh?
So I'd love to put chicken lights on mine.
Yeah, it's a place in Kentucky for the lights and everything. It was like it's like $1,000. The lights I want, it'll buy like nine and some change for the lights I want to do.
Grass burners with the exhaust that kind of shoots down towards the grass.
Yeah.
So Evans Transport, the safety lane in Arizona told me you got to be here for 30 to 90 days. Depends on her for all you guys out here on the West Coast. Yeah, I think 30 days is what it is, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it was for me the first couple of times I did it. 90 days is just too long. Unless you got issues, then it could be 90 days. I got to save the money for my logos to go on my truck. The Smith Body Shop in Salt Lake City said they might do it for me. If they don't, the Greer Body Shop will definitely do it for you.
Yeah, Phoenix will do it. Phoenix got a guy too.
Don't mess with the guy at Phoenix, man. I'm going to say it again, guys. Me and the guy in Phoenix had it out, and he played games with me. Don't use the guy in Phoenix.
They did my KW. The guy in Phoenix did my KW. I said the guy in Phoenix did my KW, but I had my KW with it.
He did both of my Volvos, but he went weird, dude. I'm telling you. You do you, man. Do what you want to do, but don't get screwed.
It was like a couple years ago, though. They did my
mine was too. He went weird on us. I'm telling you. You know, even Craig said he's a good dude. I said, well, Craig, he went weird on me. Juice called me and asked me, he said, what happened between you two guys? I said, absolutely nothing. I asked the guy to make, this is when I wasn't even working at Swift, and I told him, I said, I said, Juice, no disrespect, but I wasn't even a driver at Swift. This is between me and him, and it's kind of a private matter.
Oh.
But what it was, if you got to know, I hired him to make some decals for me. He sent me a picture of them and said he's going to overnight them. Never overnighted them. Said, go ahead and send him the money. Well, I got news for you. I'm not sending any money to anybody until I get the emblems or some, especially being a private person. You send me the product and I'll send you the money. Never got them. And he said, I never paid him. Well, of course I never paid you because I never got your decals. And that's what I told Juice. He's like, okay, that's all I need to know. Chris, I use AI to generate a logo, and it gave me a mascot suggestion with a friendly-looking manatee for Florida. Okay. Yeah, some of those. One thing you got to guys understand with those AI shit, you got to have somebody that's a graphic artist and is able to put it into. I forget what the doc's file name is, but there's a certain file that she needed to get it. So sometimes that AI stuff you can't transfer it. You got to do those underlights as well, Jonah.
Oh yeah, I'm doing underlights and all.
So let me ask you something here, Jonah. I've got two. I got two real bright lights that I bought that I was going to put on my International. What I want to do is I want to put them in the back deck lights. How do you go about installing them and hooking them to the lights that are already back there? How do you do that? I've got wiring. I've got everything I need.
The place I was getting at, they was gonna do all of it. There's a place in right outside of right outside of Florence, Kentucky. They was gonna install them and everything for me.
Okay,
but well, you can run it to like the wires. You can splice into the wires though and run it to it though. You got to find the wires.
Tinderlight says Jonah needs to go with the Clemson theme, so Michelle will love you.
Oh man!
Says so. A porn star on the side of your truck with a company name would be Money Shot LLC. That's great. So Red Raider. I don't know how far back you've watched my videos, and I've explained it before, but the Fly Rabbit was originally going to be a rabbit in a pimp suit with a cane and a bright green or bright purple zoot suit. That was my Fly Rabbit, and the wife and the daughter talked me out of it and said it wouldn't look good on the side of a truck. So I can only imagine if I had that on the side of my truck, what would truck drivers think of me when I got out of the truck? They would probably think that I was a pretty good size, black guy or something getting out of the truck with a coat. But no, they talked me out of it, but that was my original plan, the Fly Rabbit. Justin says, go Rams. Now, I'd rather see the Panthers win, even though they beat my Buccaneers. Wow, they just get a touchdown? They sure did, didn't they? Fingers crossed the Patriots beat the Chargers tomorrow. I don't think there's going to be any problems with the Patriots beating the Chargers tomorrow. I could be wrong, but I don't think there's going to be. So, guys, I'm going to tell you all, and I've told you all since a long time ago, week 2, week 3, if you guys are going to bet any money on that championship game, you better pick Indiana. I don't think Miami's going to beat them. Indiana's too tough, and you guys are quiet, man. You all don't think I'm right, huh?
Well, that was a good game. Yeah.
I got to tell you, out of all the 4 teams, I think these are the 2 best teams right now, and I think it's going to be an awesome game. I think Miami should have been ranked a little bit higher. I think they should have been ranked higher than Oregon. I thought Oregon was lame. Now, I know they had some injuries and stuff, but I just don't think Oregon was all that good. Who was the other team that got beat? Oregon, and who else was it?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Now, I thought Ole Miss played a great game. I'll give them credit. Ole Miss looked good. I got to tell you, that quarterback's something else. Ole Miss's quarterback, he's pretty good. 34-31. Oh, wow, the game's almost over, man. 32 seconds left. Let's see what happens here. Will the Carolina Panthers come back from the 27? What do you think, guys?
I don't.
That's about time you join us, Chasing Ninja. I sent you the link. If you want to come in, just pop in. Thirst Punch. What's the lease program like at Swift? It's awesome. It's the best lease program that's out. Thirst Quencher, call me tomorrow. My number's rolling down there on the screen. Call me tomorrow. I'll give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Not much ugly, but I will tell you what the ugly is. You can definitely make money here. Everybody that's been here in the past has always made money here. They leave for other stupid reasons, like me. I left for stupid reasons. I always made money here.
Does anyone know if it's worth it to do reefer as an owner up?
No,
Here?
don't do it. Nah,
Don't do it.
no.
So I did learn something. Hang on a second. So Thirst Quencher, make sure you call me before you call anybody at Swift or a recruiter or even put an application in. Please call me first. So I talked to a reefer driver this past week, and I'm trying to remember what his name is. He wants to come on the show. He wanted to come on. Oh, you know what? He's the one that texted me, said he wasn't going to be able to make it.
It was Brian. Wasn't it Brian?
Mr. Lucas. That's who it was.
Yeah.
He's doing. There's a load board for reefer. Did you all know that?
I was told there wasn't now.
Yeah, there wasn't one.
Well, according to Mr. Lucas, Brett Lucas, that's his name. He
There
said that he's on the load board with the reefer. I had no idea they had a load board. I was going to bring him on. We were going to pick his brain with it a little bit.
Right.
Not that I want a load board. I'm just curious for the guys out there that do want to. Because believe it or not, I get a lot of guys calling wanting to go to reefer.
Yeah.
Now, does the owner op got to pay for the fuel on the reefer?
I doubt it.
I don't know. That's why I want to bring them on. Get all these questions answered.
Because at Prime, like when you're at Prime, you got to pay for the reefer. So that's why I was wondering.
Oh.
Yep. You guys know how I am. I like to get new things in here so we can ask all the questions so everybody knows all the information.
Nope. I'd be curious about it. So.
The only thing with the reefer is you get the weird hours. You're got to deliver at 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't like. That's not me. No. Nope.
It don't bother me any.
According to Brett, like 90% drop and hook.
Oh.
Must have just changed it. When I did it for a little while, I didn't like it. I mean, I see it a lot.
He said he's doing a lot of terminal to terminal shit too.
Okay. Yeah, but it was like 2 years ago when I did it, though.
Makes sense. There's a lot of loaded reefers here.
Well, now I'm kind of curious if they have a load board or not, because I live in the heart of a lot of refrigeration. Evans, I'm gonna get with him. I'm gonna get him on the show, or do a video, or I'm gonna find out all the answers because I'm curious too.
Yep.
Because don't bitch at me, honey. My wife is gonna bitch at me for talking while I'm eating. I already know it. I already know it. But we'll find out the answers for sure. Because I know you're trying to find a home. Go ahead and text me, honey. Let me know. You guys like crystals?
So I ain't been to Crystals in a while.
There's a Crystals across the street from where I'm at. I went and got some Crystals earlier. They're not as good as White Castles, but they're okay. You got freaking 28 people in here, and ain't nobody making any comments. Come on, guys, make some comments. So, LA Rams won 34-31.
Look,
All right, it's time to switch it over to Amazon so we can keep up with the next game.
So what's new in the trucking world? Anything?
For me,
Well, anybody.
other than what I just told you about the reefer having a load board, Waiting for Michelle to call me back. We hopefully get a live going here on Monday.
Yeah.
There's that sorry ass, Alan. Hi. We're gonna put the Devil's Reject on the side of his truck. Nick, you're making my wife sick. Stop.
I'm not even doing anything.
You're not. You got with all that money and those miles you made, man. You got to get you a phone holder, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it doesn't help. I'm sitting in the bunk anyways, so.
Yeah, we're looking at the two lights up high. Evan says, for the truck stop food, I'm going to say Quick Stop, Quick Star has the best food. They're pretty good, but, honestly, I think Sheetz can compare pretty well, too. Sheetz' food is really good. Chris, you talk with any company drivers? Actually, every day. I got my buddy Tommy. I tried to get him to come on the show tonight, but he's got a little bit of stage fright. He's a little prissy bitch. But I talk to him every day. What's your question? I'll try to answer to get the answer for you. Alex Silver, per mile or percentage base? Well, right now nobody's able to get on the percentage base, and again, this is just my opinion. And there's a reason why nobody's getting on the percentage base, because they're using it as a testing ground. And from what I understand and what I've been told, rates are dropping a little bit, and they didn't want to put anybody more on that board until the rates start going back up. I've always been a rate per mile guy anyways. Almost had a collision. Two white Volvo Mafia guys. Waiting for them to pull out their fucking swords. I hate it when bobtails pull into a full truck spot when they can go elsewhere.
Yep.
Hate that. Or a box truck, or a
RV.
RV. What's the
Hot
the
shot.
trailer? Hot shot. Yeah,
Shot.
pickup truck guys. Nah, nothing in particular right now. I follow a couple company drivers, so I was just curious. Whole different world, just to give you an example on that, Chris. Whole different world. So, Rig Pig, wouldn't it be better to come to Swift with a new CDL or use their training or obtain one? I've had students on all three of those. And I really don't have a good answer for you. Personally, if it's for you and you're wanting to get it, Rig Pig, I would come to Swift and do it and just stay here a year so they'll pay it off for you. I was talking to somebody, and the CDL training is like $8,000 now. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but it's like $8,000 now. So if you come to Swift, obviously they're going to pay for it, and I believe you actually get a salary too. I don't know the CDL part of it. I don't know if they pay you while you're getting your CDL, but when you go and run with a trainer, a mentor, you do get paid.
They used to. I can't remember how much it was though.
What's that?
They used to, but I don't remember how much it was.
What, for the pay on the trainees?
Yeah.
$750.
Okay.
Besides the ride, what's wrong with an international truck with the Cummins? They break down all the time. I had more issues and more problems with my international. Now, that was the 826, guys. It wasn't the Cummins. And when I had my international with SFI, my Cummins was a pretty solid truck. Other than the ride, like you said, it was a pretty solid truck. I just and again, I want to do a video about this. But the reason that, I mean, I was pretty specific on what truck I wanted when I wanted to lease one. It had to be at least a 24 Kenworth because that's when most of the issues with the Kenworths were worked out with that new body style. So far, knock on wood, other than the minor things that I've had, it's pretty solid. So, our green, besides the ride, I already read that one. I'm sorry. I ended up getting my CDL with Swift back in 2015. If you do it with Swift, you'll have to sign a 1-year contract and say you'll stay. Yeah, I do that.
Yep.
The way Swift,
really.
huh?
Yeah,
I said that's how most companies is. You got to stay with them for a year.
Yep.
a year's not even that bad.
Nah, it's pretty quick. The way
Yeah.
Swift explained it is that they front the money, but as soon as you get on your own, you pay them back a weekly amount for a year. Then if you stay past that, they start to repay out back the amount. Huh. I don't think they charge you anything at the beginning. As long as you're here and you get your CDL, they won't charge you anything. And I could be wrong. I'll try to get clarification on that, Chris. If I remember correctly, I think you got to get your CDL, and if that's the case, then I'll find out all the answers for you. Definite answers. Speaking of which, with me going into training, Chris, you might even be able to get me if you wanted to when that time comes, because I'm gonna be doing that real soon. There's Saw Miracle. Okay, I know you all missed me. Yeah, we did, buddy. We know you're here. Let me see if old Steven's gonna come in. Oh man. Evan says, I never ended up staying the year after I left 3 months and went over tonight. I just started out in the wrong account and wasn't making any money back then. They are paying much better now. Okay. Scott B, what's up, Mr. Rabbit? Hey, buddy, how are you? Good evening. Glad to have you in, Scott. There's Steven. It's about time you joined us. So you fell asleep on us, huh?
Yeah, I just woke up.
Yeah, we can hear. So he says, I'd be coming as a first responder, and they say that is covered as a veteran first responder scholarship. So I'd be curious if I'd stay, have to repay them. I would, I don't know that answer. Hey, Chris, by the way, I don't remember if you were the one that asked this. Check with the state of Florida, the unemployment office. I think the state of Florida will get your CDL for you for free. A lot of states do that. You need to check into. I wish I would have done that because I got mine in Tennessee when I lived in Tennessee years ago, and I did not do that, and I wish I would have. I wish I would have done it. Okay, yeah. Check the workforce place. I can't remember what it's called, not the unemployment office, but you know what I'm talking about. Just Google it. You'll figure it out. I'm sure that the state of Florida, with everything that DeSantis does, I'm sure there's a grant or something where you don't have to repay it. Because like I said, it's up to $8,000 to get that now. Also, Chris, you got Roadmaster there by the Hard Rock Casino where you can get your CDL license right there, especially if you get it a grant. I know right now I make way too much money for the financial assistance. Yeah, you got to wait till you're unemployed. That's for sure. I guarantee you, as long as you've been with Pinellas, I guarantee you're in at least in the mid hundreds, if not closer to 2. They pay very well. If you stay a year, you don't have to repay. Yep. It's like musical chairs with everyone now on this live. Buddy, you can be a part of that musical chair too. I'll send you the link if you want to come aboard. If you're in Arizona, go to Maricopa Workforce Connection and they'll pay for you to get your CDL. There you go. Yeah, there's a reason why there's 4 CDL schools in your area because the Tampa area, man, it's big. What is there, like 4 or 5 million people in that Tampa Bay area? I'm on the veteran scholarship also. They don't charge you for training, but if you don't stay a year, supposedly they will send you the bill. Yep, that's exactly what they do. Yes, if you stay a year, you don't have to repay, and if they don't go home for a year, they come after me. What are you eating, Steven?
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its, okay.
Yeah, bacon and cheddar Cheez-Its duels.
Okay. Come on, Chris. You usually talk it up, man. What you got?
No, nothing tonight, really. I don't know.
Anybody got any good jokes or anything? What link am I sending you, Evans? Oh, okay. Hang on here a second. I'll send it right over to you. I know I'm blind sometimes. All right, Aaron, you got it. Bacon, it must be breakfast time, says Chris. Bacon is one of those 24/7 foods, just like White Castles. You can eat that shit anytime. My father was the porn king of Louisville back in the day and owned all the strip clubs. And before I would go to school, he'd bring me White Castles home for breakfast. That's why I love them so much. That's a true story, guys. Absolutely true story. What's up?
What's up? All right, I'm done.
You two guys are going to have to turn your phone sideways, man. Make you all bigger. You two,
That better?
well, you got to turn your rotation device around. Same thing with you, Steve.
No.
What happened?
You got to turn your phone sideways, man, so you guys are bigger. It messes with my equilibrium here. What's up, TJ? Glad to have you in. Terry B, out of the 5 of you, what was your gross pay this week? You really want to know I don't really go into my gross pay because it's like I always say, guys, I have referrals and stuff that come in. Chris, guys, y'all want to say your all's gross pay, you're more than welcome to. There you go, Aaron.
Took
All
me
right,
a second.
Steven. Yeah, it's all good. If you guys want to talk about your gross pay, you all can do it if you want to.
I kind of had a really bad gross pay this week. I had a lot of expenses, so I was probably 1,200, 1,300.
I don't even know what that is.
Your gross pay, not your net.
Oh, good net. Gross pay was like $3-4 grand, and then after all the expenses.
I'm not forcing anybody. You guys really want
I got to
pay
look
my
mine
gross
up. I
like
got to
$6
look mine
grand.
up. So.
Mine was over $6 grand this week.
I don't think mine was like about 4. I think it was like 4 some change. I think it was mine was.
So just, I know Terry B was asking that, but when you gross like 4,000 here, it's like grossing 6,000 at another company because we don't pay all the expenses out like another company you would. We don't pay the 20% or 25% or whatever you have to pay. We don't pay the trailer rental fee. We don't pay for the permits or the plates or any of that bullshit. So us making the $4 grand gross over here is just like you guys grossing $6,000.
Yeah, my total was 5780.
5780.
Yep.
Put the caveat in there. How many miles do you drive this week?
3,300 empty. 3,300 loaded, 400 empty.
Yeah, I don't never talk about it, empty miles. I always talk to loaded miles.
Okay.
I'm taking it nobody else wants to tell theirs, and that's all good.
Mine was 2,200.
Mine was 30. I had to look mine up. Mine was 3,500.
Yeah, I was like really at 4 for the week.
Terry B. Also, you got to realize I didn't have a good week like this week. Even though I grossed that, I didn't really have a good week because my truck was broke down. I didn't get rolling until Monday when I started out. So Terry says that he's a JB Hunt and his gross was $44.50 this pay. Okay.
All right. So to be more specific, about 4,085.
4,085.
Yeah.
That's a good week. Damn, you must have had a lot of expenses this week, huh? Like you said.
Yeah. With my truck going in the shop quite a bit, having all those maintenance issues, I'm getting charged all those shop fees, and then that 600 miles I had the deadhead to grab that load that went to Savannah, Georgia. That fuel that I had to put in to get up there to grab that load, because it just ate me this week.
In your shit, wasn't it under warranty?
Some of the stuff is under warranty, some of it's not. They still charged me for the labor.
You got an MRP truck or you got a straight lease?
Brand new truck. I only have a little over 40,000 miles on it.
Somebody's pulling the wool over you because they're supposed to pay for the labor too.
Yep. Yeah, they didn't. I had to end up paying it. Like the ABS sensor I just got replaced a couple of days ago, they flat out told me Kenworth denied it as a warranty item. So I'm going to have to pay for the whole thing.
I would be giving them a phone call on Monday and saying that's not right because the warranty should have paid your labor.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had trucks break down, new trucks break down before, like the 2 Volvos that I had. The warranty always paid everything. Even the tow. I had a $4,500 tow bill from New Mexico to El Paso, Texas on that Kenworth that I had. They paid 100% of it.
Oh, wow. Well, I did find out today because I ended up up in Wisconsin getting stuck with dealing with a tow thing too. Ended up getting stuck in their empty yard and had to have a tow truck come out and winch me out. And the guys were telling me, I guess Swift charges a 10% fee for whatever they charge. So if it's a $400 tow winch out, then it's $42, 10% of that.
So let me explain to you how this happens. Like when you go get your oil changed or you get a tire or anything, Swift is like the mob. And when I say that, I don't mean it in a bad way. They tell Loves in these places what they're going to pay them.
Yeah.
And when you say that 10%, that's what ECT charges, that extra fee. So whatever that extra fee is, you're going to still be paying way less than what the charge would have been at full price.
Oh yeah. No, they showed me the price of what the winch was. It was like $456, and then the guy told me I'm only paying the 10% out of that 456 out of my maintenance, and Swift's going to cover the rest of it.
So Sam says, I don't understand how everything was not warranted. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with it. Should get it. You should ask about that because everything should be paid for. Who have you been working with over there?
The shops, basically. The one that denied it recently was the Columbus shop. They sent it over to Kenworth, and Kenworth responded back to them and said no.
Call Christine in rapid response, brother. She's the one in charge of all the invoices. I'm telling you, They should pay for it. They need to resubmit it. Psalm said he follows you on YouTube. Are you talking about me or are you talking about Aaron? I love how you keep it real in your videos. I think he's probably talking about you because I know he follows me. Terry B says, anyone know on the dedicated account for Target out of West Jefferson, Ohio, do the owner-operators get paid? Be good to do that. I don't know that particular Target account, but the one that I was on was really good. I was out of Lake City, Florida, and I bet it probably is. I don't know the details about it. And quite frankly, I didn't know they had a Target account there. Any of y'all up in Michigan? I'm in a Kenworth. I might be in the market next to you at Love's. I'm not in Michigan. I was in Michigan last night, but I'm not in Michigan today. Let's see if any of these guys are in Michigan right now that I got. I don't think anybody's up there, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I thought there was one.
Michael
Wasn't
Sage
Mike-
is there.
Yep,
Michael
Mike.
Sage is there in Michigan, but he's at the terminal though.
I would say he's got a Lowe's.
No, he's at the terminal. And the other one, Mike Shepard, he's at home. So he's talking about you, Aaron. He follows you.
Thank you.
I might do that. Parked. Man. Nice lights there, Steve.
The what?
Nice lights up there. You guys are like very angelic with your lights above your heads. You too, Nick. Lots of small companies no longer have insurance as of January 1st. Rates are up. You know, it's funny that you said that, Beer Gut Boomer, but our rates, and I just switched to the company's insurance because of me getting ready to shrink, their rates are down. Who was one of you guys told me that earlier this morning?
I read about that on the whatever the email or on the point that they went down.
Yep.
That the insurance went down from
like $30 or $40 a week. That's a pretty big adjustment. Have you any of you guys have Swift's insurance?
Yeah, I got it.
Well, I mean, you're still kind of new, Jonah. It's probably the same. But what about you, Aaron?
No, I got SeBrite.
I got SeBrite too.
Yeah, you guys are all too new to really see.
Yep.
I'm not getting my first insurance bill to the 19th. I just came back. Rough start for me. My trailer caught fire last night. Wow.
Ooh.
When you came back, are you on owner-operator side or are you company guy? Recap got wrapped around the brake drum. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of recaps. I've talked about that many times. Mega with good training programs and records are fine. Freight rates are going to go up. Absolutely. Freight rates are on their way up. It's just a matter of when.
Yep.
Sam says, tell them you can put only $500 down and get a brand new truck.
Now I did. I put 500 down. They gave me a in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona had a whole bunch of Kenworths, brand new Kenworths and Peterbilts. They said if I wanted a Peterbilt, I would have had to put 1,200. But if I wanted a Kenworth, I could put 5. So,
how many Peterbilts did they have there when you were there? Do you remember?
they had like 4 or 5 of them, and then they had 7 of these Kenworths, and then of course they had 10 or 12 Volvos.
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of Peterbilts in the fleet. I bet there's probably less than 100 of them, I would say.
Yep.
They literally just started getting them like summertime.
Me and one that I got, there was only 2 Peterbilts when I got mine. Had mine, and then the burgundy one that your buddy with the Mario got.
Oh, Phoenix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Craig.
Craig, yep.
So-
I couldn't remember his name.
Beer Gut Boomer, you take care. Thanks for coming in. Do me a favor, Beer Gut Boomer. Shoot me a message if I can't remember if you're one of my recruits. If you are, text me and let me know who you are, because I don't recognize these names. Scars House Company. I drove for 1 year, 22, 23. Went back to mechanic work. Been back since 2. That sucks, man. Scars House, feel free. My number's scrolling down there at the bottom. I'll be more than happy to help you out if I can with anything.
Getting back to the Kenworth and Peterbilt thing, I actually talked to a guy who has a Peterbilt. Thing out, they didn't do any of the company Peterbilts for the lease op. They're all loving them. For everybody I've ran into that got a company version of the Kenworth like I did, we're all having issues. There's 3 drivers I've ran into, and we all got these brand new company versions, and we're all having issues. So
what issues are you all having?
it's we're all of us are having sensor issues. Like for me, I got a whole bunch of sensor issues, and then electrical shortages, and all kinds of things like that. The normal stuff that's
Interesting. I've not had any issues with mine other than the purge sensor and the.
I ran into some. Okay.
Must be something going on, man, because this is like the 3rd trailer I've seen. Lamborghini hauling Lamborghinis. There's must be a big race going on somewhere here close by, because it's the 3rd trailer I've seen. Oh, you know what? What is it? I guarantee you they're going to SeBrite down in Florida. So SeBrite's coming up. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Nick.
No, you're fine. I ran into another owner operator. He had a owner op 25 Kenworth. He's having nothing but problems with it. All electrical.
It's a company one or the owner op spec one?
It's the owner op spec one. He does flatbed.
Okay, yeah, because everybody I've ran into, it's all of a company spec Kenworths that are having issues. All the owner op guys who have the owner op spec in 2026. Perfect.
See, that's what makes me hesitant about getting rid of the truck that I have when the lease is up. You get a good truck and it runs solid, you know?
I know.
So Carrie B says, any review on the PACCAR engines? They seem to be okay. I know they're supposed to be good on fuel. Just like the Cummins, man. From what I hear, I mean, some are good, some are bad. Right now ever since COVID, I've said this many times, COVID fucked up everything. Not only did it fuck up our world, our country, everything that's going on. People hate each other. Violence has went up tremendously. But also these trucks and even your regular cars, everything's hit or miss, whether they run good or they don't run good. The people on the assembly lines just don't give a shit. They'd rather sit at home and do nothing. People making your McDonald's, same damn thing. I'm a plain guy. When I go to McDonald's, I like everything plain. I don't want any onions or any ketchup or mustard. And what do? They always make my fucking hamburgers with everything on them. And, it gets old. They just don't pay attention to anything. Nobody does anymore.
Nope.
But answer your question, the PACCAR engines, I've always been told they're junk.
They are.
I know another guy that he ended up getting a Peterbilt, brand spanking new, and had all kinds of issues. It took him over a year to just get the truck looked at or taken care of. It had the same issues over and over several times. But eventually they took the truck back and they ordered him another brand new one. But it is still a long time to get that done. What's that?
It's a big thing on resale, too. You're going to want to have the Cummins over a PACCAR if you decide to end up buying the truck.
Buddy, that's a good comment, because I'm going to bring that up right now. My International with the A26 wasn't worth shit. If it had the Cummins, it would have been worth twice as much.
Yep.
And that's a good comment. And same thing with the Cummins and the PACCAR. They're ordering these trucks because they get them cheaper. And from what I understand, I'm not a mechanic, and I never claimed to be a mechanic, but I've been told that you can't rebuild the PACCARs. All they can do is replace them. At least with the Cummins, you can rebuild them.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard anything like that?
I have heard it. But the last company I was at, I had a 24 Peterbilt with the pack car. They actually redid the injectors in it, and when they took it on a test drive, they lost the tip and went through the motor and the turbo, and they rebuilt the motor.
They did rebuild it.
They did rebuild it. It was a pack car. MX-13.
Wow,
Yep.
So Beer Gut Boomer says you're a company driver, LTL. Okay. I might have to go to Volvo, unfortunately, with the amount that I cook. Need to be able to put in a bigger fridge. A lot of problems with the new Volvos, buddy.
Don't go with a new one.
I wouldn't go the new one.
You don't want a newer Volvo. They're having a whole bunch of electrical issues with the newer Volvos.
Swift is ordering the new Volvo, by the way. I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but they're not ordering them for a while.
No. They also look like a damn spaceship.
I know they stopped ordering. I was told by Columbus, when I was at Columbus Yard, they're done buying internationals right now, too. Because the International's making it to where you have to put a A26 engine in and not a Cummins if you want them. And Swift, like, no. So.
Yeah, they don't do the A26 anymore. It's going to be the S13 now, which is a Scania motor.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why you wouldn't want the Scania motor. That motor's probably one of the best motors in the world. Cigar's House, thanks. I'm thinking about doing the owner-operator later when the time's right. Yeah, give me a ring anytime. I'll be driving all day tomorrow. I'll help you out with the company side stuff. And you can, like Tommy, that's how me and Tommy became friends. And he's a company driver, and he's literally, I don't know, 3 months away from coming over. And we talk all the time about stuff. Tom says, how much down do you have to put on the new Volvo? If it's a brand new truck, it's going to be $2,500 down.
That I'm aware of, they're not even leasing the brand new Volvos anymore.
No, I didn't think so either.
Oh, huh? Wow. That's why 24 Kenworth is the best one. Yep. That's why I have a 24 Kenworth, man. 24 and 25 to get from what I've been told, what I've researched. What's the difference in spec from company to owner-operator? There isn't any that I'm aware of other than just windows and doors.
It's basically just comfort features.
Leather seats.
Yeah, leather seats. The I have cloth. I mean, I still technically have leather. It's just not fully leather like a owner op one is.
So TJ Bull of the Woods wants to know the best Swift acronym. So sure wish I had a fast truck is the one that I always heard. Y'all have heard any?
I've heard a few of them.
Huh?
Sure wish I finished training.
Sure wish I finished training. Okay.
Swing wide is the effing trailer.
Huh?
Swing wide is the effing trailer. Stevie Wonder's Institute for Trucking. Let's see here. I'm trying to. I can't think of all of them. There's quite a few of them I've heard.
I say, Nick, what did you say?
But
Nick, what did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you said one. Okay.
No.
But honestly, the best acronym I've ever heard was the one for Prime.
What's that one?
Please remember, I'm Missouri educated.
I'm from Missouri. Thank you.
That's funny. That's your fault, not ours. Scarsdale says, I worked at we had to swap the rear seat because they didn't match the front. Yeah. And me being a Ford guy too, I worked at Ford dealerships also, man. We did some crazy shit to get some sales in. I can tell you that right now. Actually, I gotta tell you the truth. Ford wasn't as bad. Chrysler is the one where we did some shit. I did some real shady shit at the Chrysler dealership, especially the town and country minivans. All the minivans, the elderly vans, is what I call them. It was always a couple in their 70s wanting to vacation in Florida that had either just moved to Florida or was maybe getting ready to go away from town. They would come in and buy these vans, and every single one of them, brand spanking new out of the factory. Every year that I sold those back in the early 2010s, They always had $8,000 off because they couldn't sell them. The only people that would buy them would be the elderly people. They'd come in and buy them sight unseen, and they did not want leather interior. They actually had a package that was loaded up with cloth interior because the elderly people didn't want the leather. True story. We had so many issues with transmissions out of those vans. Chrysler's horrible with transmissions.
I mean, I think about the regular cars. I'm kind of excited to see if Ford makes a 4-door Mustang. There's a lot of rumors that they're going to make a 4-door Mustang.
They're probably going to. I think they're bastardizing the brand, in my opinion. Camaro's going to do the same thing too. Well, I mean, think about it. You know, that Ford Mach-E, the SUV. You know what they should have named that? They should have named it the Ford Galaxy because it's kind of futuristic looking.
Oh yeah,
Missed the boat on that, in my opinion. They did that for marketing purposes, and I just read, and I don't know how true it is, but I just read that the Mach-E is the best-selling Mustang now.
Yeah,
which to me, odd.
This year, the Mustang was just really bad.
Well, you know, you look at the Porsche Pan America, okay? The Porsche Pan America is basically like a 911, but a 4-door version. It's understanding, you know, even the kids today that are, you know, getting their license, 18, you know, to 25, 26, they don't want 2-door sports cars. They want 4-door cars so they can haul their friends.
Well, that's kind of why Chrysler did the Charger in 4-door.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the muscle cars are kind of a thing of the past, and the sporty cars like that, they're kind of a thing of the past because nobody wants them anymore. So Ford's, and honestly, I don't know if you know this or not, but the Mustang's the only car left in Ford's lineup. They're making all cars. They're take on that too, and they're bringing the Focus and the Fusion back.
Yeah, there's rumors that they're probably going to possibly bring the Taurus back as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Taurus will ever come back, and there's a reason behind that. It was built on the same platform as the Explorer, and they don't want to take away their Explorer sales. Fusion, they will probably, and I got to tell you the truth, me and the wife, we actually own an 18 Fusion. It's got a little bit over 100,000 miles. That car right there is a 2.0 turbo, 260 horsepower. It's got more horsepower than my last Mustang that I had. It'll scoot, and that thing runs great.
Nice.
It's still brand new, and it's a nice car. Always has been.
It's a hit and miss with it. I have a 2012 Ford Focus, and I have like 230-something thousand miles on it, and it's still running. But again, it has the inline 4 motor in there.
Transmission, because there was a lot of transmission problems in that model.
Yeah, it's the dual clutch transmission. I have not had any issues with mine yet. So it does sputter a little bit when I first take off, but that is it.
That's what everybody, you know, with us talking about the COVID trucks and all that. Some of the Focuses had no issues, no problems, and a lot of them did. So you understand how that dual clutch works? Because I'm going to tell you if you don't.
I kind of get a gist of how it works.
Okay. So basically, it's kind of like, I don't know how old you are, but back in the 60s and 70s, Volkswagen made an automated transmission. It was just like a manual transmission. You still had to shift gears and stuff, but there was no clutch pedal. Well, the Focus is the same thing, but they took away the shifter part of it. It's still an automatic, but the dual clutch operates as a manual. Kind of like our transmissions in our trucks. They're automated manual transmissions.
Yeah.
And that concept, well, the Focus is the same way too. Let me get through some of these comments. Have y'all seen the new Mac? It's kind of like the new Volvo. Well, it is because it's the exact same truck except the hood's different.
It's the same thing as the Western Star. It's a Freightliner with a Western Star hood.
Volvo owns Mac, and that's why they did that. Mm-hmm. So my wife says, thank you all for growing the channel. Please like and share and comment. We appreciate. And if you're not a rabbit subscriber, please do. Hardworking group of men on the show. Love it. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Yes, please go and like and subscribe if you haven't. Guys, I'm going to say it again, and I get people that still to this day make comments on the videos. If you guys want questions or you have questions you want, just call me. My number's on the screen. Just call me. We'll have a conversation. Whatever. I'm not answering comments anymore. And if you're making stupid comments, like I've had a couple guys in the last couple of weeks make stupid comments, I don't have time for it, guys. I'm not, not doing the First Amendment right or anything that bullshit. It's my channel, and I just don't. I don't have time. I don't have time to make the comments, and especially with me going to training, I'm not going to sit there and answer all the comments. Now, if they're positive comments, I'll do a thumbs up or something like that. I just don't have time for stupid shit anymore. And I'm not the only YouTuber out there that's having these issues. The other guys.
I'm starting to have it. And I've been deleting a lot of the comments. That, or I'll give a smart ass comment right back.
Don't delete your comments because, and I've noticed that too. What that does is it slows your channel from growing. Keep the negative comments on there. Just give them a thumbs up or thank you for watching. Just make it simple, dude. You know what I mean? That comes from Country. Country's the one that told me that. He's the same way.
I follow him on here too. So
if I can get a 24 owner operator Kenworth, I'll do that, but not the Volvo. I have to be a Pete. Well, you're asking for a lot of demands, man. I don't know. It's just a matter of what's available. I'd stick with that 24 Kenworth if I was you. There's a shit ton of.
They'll more likely get you a between 20, 22, 23. I mean, not Kenworth. At the like at Evansville, there was a couple of Kenworth sitting there last month, and Salt Lake had 3 of them sitting at their yard.
So Tom's got one. See what I fucked up today. That's another Swift acronym. And Nick, my wife has a comment for you. She says she really appreciates you not giving her vertigo this evening. Whatever you did, that's a lot better, man.
I just put it on the shelf on the table and put my wallet in front of it so it wouldn't slide.
You back, Jonah?
Yeah, my tablet went out for some reason.
So Scar says, I'll call you tomorrow. I'm shutting down, waiting for the road to improve. You must be up where all the snow's going on right now. I was looking at the radar map earlier. So, guys, I've been doing this for about a month now. I've got my tablet, my iPad. I leave the weather on the tab of my iPad all the time, and I keep an eye on the weather. It's really cool. Jonah, your shit's doing it again. Oh, there you are. No? What the hell? Jonah.
For that weather stuff, I go back and forth between my CB. I have the 980 from and what the weather on there.
I like looking at the weather, myself is why I leave the radar up.
Yeah, you have a pretty cool setup.
Jonah, I don't know what you got going on.
Maybe he's stuck in the storm too. Who knows? I know my truck is blowing around with all that wind and that snow that's here in Iowa right now. So,
all right. So we kind of went over our weeks. Go ahead and tell us about your week this week, Aaron, and then Steve, you can go ahead and go.
So are we going over last week or this current week?
However you want to do it, it don't matter. Just time.
Well, I guess I'll go over both. Last week, I called you while I was down in Mexico, New Mexico. And we went ahead and deadheaded that 600 miles to get that load that went to Florida. Not Florida, Georgia. Got some decent miles this week. After getting out of the shop, it's kind of a really slow start. 100 miles. So I got it really for the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm going to have to try to get some major miles. Unfortunately, there's just nothing here right now in the Midwest. Even my DM, she sent out a message going, "Hey, freight's real slow out there right now. Just call me on Monday and let me know how long you had to sit and wait, and then I'll see if we can get you a layover pay or something." So,
are you sitting with a load somewhere or something?
No, well, I got a load I'm picking up tomorrow. And it's going down to Kansas City, Missouri, but it delivers on on Monday, but it delivers at 3:00 in the afternoon, and I'm only 300 miles away from Kansas City. Like, I could get there tomorrow and get it delivered, and they're like, "Well, they're strict appointment only." So it's like, "All right, well, will you let me call it and grab a different load and get moving?" And they're like, "No, you're gonna have to sit and wait to deliver that."
So I'm curious, Aaron, what areas do you like to run? You know, and you know, I tried to bring you up to my account, and I'll tell you that too. You're so far out, they're not able to get you home. But
Yeah.
what they did tell me though is, yeah, Jonah, I saw that your tablet started acting up. You can come and run out of our account or at the terminal, but you have to do OTR.
Yeah. No, I pretty much run anywhere and everywhere that I can get a load. I've starting to figure out where things are dead wise for loads for Swift, and then figuring out where there's a lot of loads. Like Texas, there's always loads coming out of Texas. Colorado, there's always loads coming out. California, there's always loads coming out of California. In reality, I'm to tell you the truth, I made my best miles going from the Pacific Northwest, so Oregon, Washington, down into Colorado, and then right back up. That's about 1,300 miles one way, and then 1,300 miles back the other way. So,
can you do that all the time?
We're trying to figure out if we can. Unfortunately, most of the dedicated accounts that Swift have are all based in Oregon and Washington, and being an owner op, none of them are going to let me go on and to where I could do that. So it's kind of just a hit and miss. Otherwise, I pretty much go anywhere that I can. Down south into Georgia. They haven't sent me to Florida yet. I've told them I'll go into Florida, but they haven't sent me there yet. I've done a lot of Texas. So,
right, so say they haven't sent you. Do you communicate with the planners and stuff? Or are you just strictly back tens and shit?
No, I communicated with them. I actually, to get this load, I actually went in and talked with the planner there in Columbus. He goes, he was telling me there was nothing, because here in a couple of weeks, I got home time. So I want to slowly make my way back west. And he was like, "Hey, I got nothing." But then literally 5 minutes after me and him talked, he goes, "Hey, come back into the office. I got you a load that goes west if you want it," kind of thing. So I'm pretty good friends with a couple of the planners there in Edwardsville as well. I'll actually go in and talk to them. The only ones that I don't, probably shouldn't be saying this either, but the only ones I'm kind of iffy about is the ones up in Oregon out of Troutdale. They like to send me a lot of the little tiny loads, and I'm constantly going, no, I'm not doing it.
So Scar's House says, I tried getting this Mopar load last night, but then the fire, now it's snowing. You back, Steven?
Yeah, I'm having trouble. At first time I redid it, I was having trouble hearing you, and then the second time I did it, I was having trouble hearing Aaron.
So Sam says, why don't you just do Arizona to Texas?
I've thought about it. I mean, I've brought it up to their attention, and I've kind of come to the point where I'm going to have to start making the step. Like a lot of the loads I get out of Texas, I just do myself off the load board now. I'm not waiting for a planner to plan me. So I might just be taking it all in my own hands. And that's the great thing about here at Swift is you can do everything in your own hands with that load board on top of using the planners. So
if you came to our terminal, you can still use the load board if you just run OTR, just to let you know.
Yeah.
But you won't even have a chance to even use the load board because they're going to have you planned before you even get to your destination.
Yeah. Yep. And unfortunately, that's a lot of. I mean, we had that other gentleman that was the last lab, and that was out of the same terminal that I was in, and he was having issues. I don't know if he's still around, or if he finally got into a different terminal. But every owner op I've talked to, a lot of us are struggling that are based out of the Lewiston, Idaho terminal.
Which guy are you talking about that's based out of Idaho? I don't even remember who that is.
He wasn't. He was living there, I think, in Kentucky or Missouri. It was the one that we did the difference between the percentage pay and the miles pay. The last live I was with you on. He was talking.
That guy. Okay, that's Dan.
Yeah.
Okay. So Some Miracle says, you got to remember you're the boss. Just tell them you want to run it. Yeah, I wish it was that easy, Some. They got to have the freight in order to, that's fine and dandy. You can tell them who's boss, but they got to have the freight to give you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's an issue. Not all the time. Like I told you guys, I just run whatever they give me. They just keep me rolling. What's going on here? Oh, they got a new Beast Games. Okay. I don't know if you guys ever watched that, but it's a pretty good show. How are the pounds? I've heard there's just leftover junk. I don't know what that means. Maybe the weight of the loads? What are we talking about, Scars? Oh, my bad. I thought you were in Arizona, Eric. No, he's out of Idaho. He's a very unique unicorn when it comes to that. Let's put it that way. Well, we were talking about yesterday at my terminal, how unique, and of all things, how unique your situation is.
Well, that's why I was telling you, it'll be interesting to see if refrigerated have a load board, because if they do, I'm right there in the heart of all the refrigerated loads for the West Coast, right there in Idaho, Utah. That's the heart of all the refrigerated loads for the West Coast. So
you really need to look into that. You know what I mean, with refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
Thirst Quench, damn, Swift got a load board. That's what's up. Yeah, their load board, I'm just gonna be flat honest with you. It's okay. It helps you in certain situations, but it's not 100%, guys. Don't think that it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's not there yet. It will be, but it's not there yet. So you want to know how okay, so the load board. It's not that it's leftover, it's junk. It's just our contract freight that basically, well, I guess it is kind of leftover junk in a roundabout way, because it's all Miller Coors load. It's all heavy stuff for the most part, right? Isn't that right, Aaron? You guys?
The heavy stuff, or there are a few light stuff. It all depends on if they can get a company person to cover it or not. If they can't, just put it on the load board.
And the thing is, with that those loads that go on the load board, the shipper has to be willing to want to put it on the load board, and they have to have a special shipper that wants to do it right now. And it's still in testing phase, both of them, the percentage and the regular load board. Yep. Yeah, Arizona lanes are different because we're in the middle of everything. Yeah, Arizona's a decent place. Yeah, Harless. I live in Lubbock, Texas, but I run out of Phoenix Terminal. Been doing really well. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Mr. Harless, if you need any questions, man, don't hesitate to give me a ring. I want to do reefer, but I hate reefer hours and barely any drop. From what I've been told by a reefer guy here, 90% drop and hook. And again, I can't confirm or deny that. That's just what I've been told. So, guys, this is why I do this YouTube channel, because we get new information all the time. Like the story with the reefer having a load board. I didn't know that. And I still don't know that 100% for sure, but I had another driver that I talked to that told me that. So I'm investigating. Haven't got to the bottom of it yet.
Well, I know Monday I'll probably be reaching out too. Like I said, I live right there. So.
Okay.
Gotta love all those potatoes coming out of Idaho.
So, Chris, Nick, Steve, any of you guys want to do some talking? We've been talking the whole time. Guess that's a no.
I got nothing right now.
I think Chris is frozen. Let me bring him back. Oh, there he is. There he is. I thought you were frozen. I thought you were being ice cream up.
Nope, just watching and listening.
So Harless says, I got shark teeth on my grill now, on my truck now. And that's pretty cool. I like them shark teeth, man. That's cool as shit. Some Miracle says, congrats to the guy in Texas running out of the Phoenix terminal. Yeah, the Phoenix terminal is great to run out of. That's what I've been told. Yeah, I've been told that Phoenix is a good area. What I've been told, you can run Phoenix to California and back and forth. Just keep doing that, or Phoenix to Texas and back and forth all the time.
Mhm.
So tell me how Talks Weeks been as owner-operator. Tell me how Talks Weeks. I don't understand that comment, Scars. I'm sorry. Any of you guys get it?
Nope.
Mm.
You're talking Chinese to me right now. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, Phoenix to Cali back. Yeah, I think that would be very, very good. But the thing is, I would definitely be filling up at our terminal or one of the QTs and making sure you got enough fuel to get there and get back.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
just out of curiosity, if you're doing those California, the Arizona loads, or those Amazon loads, because that's what I heard from a lot of guys that do that. That's all Amazon loads.
So, Scars, we actually just went over that so close to the beginning of the video. Sorry to tell us how the week's been as an owner-operator. We all went over our numbers. I grossed a little bit over $6,000. Chris grossed, I think you said, what, 4,000? Some change?
3,500.
Nick did really well. You were in the 5,000 range, weren't you?
Yep, 5,700.
Yeah. And Steve, you never really talked about it. I don't know if you want to. It's up to you if you don't want to. No big deal.
No, mine was 2,200, but that's because
You went home though, didn't you?
yeah.
Yeah, you had home time. So speaking, Nick, did you ever go and calculate your fuel surcharge difference?
Nope, I forgot.
I was just curious. You don't have to do it.
Yep, no, I will at some point. I'll get it done. I'm
I was
curious.
just curious how you ended up.
Yep.
I got to do mine later and figure mine out because I really want to know with these fuel prices fluctuating so much. I want to see how well I did because when it's closer to $3.50 to $4 a gallon, I know where I got to be. But ever since I've been driving again and doing this, fuel has always been above $3 a gallon. Now that it's getting down into twos in a lot of places, I don't know really where exactly we need to be with the fuel surcharge and everything. I would imagine it's still probably pretty close to the same, but just a little lower.
Yeah, the cheapest fuel. I was going to say the cheapest fuel I've seen so far is $2.67.
Okay. Scott B says, after my refresher course, I was asked if I could run reefer for Walmart, and I will be starting that in 3 weeks, and I will be company driver for 6 to 9 months before I go LP. Honestly, Scott, that's probably a very smart decision as a company driver because you can kind of learn how to truck and do everything, and you're still going to be under Walmart's little wing or whatever, and that means you'll continually move with no problems. And then when you go to lease purchase, if you're able to, try to work your way into that Walmart account and stay.
I know the Corinne Walmart, the Corinne account, Corinne, Utah is taking owner op. They just don't pay enough.
Yeah. This week I'm going to gross 5,700 after I take a load to Laredo, Texas. Okay, that's not horrible at all.
Nope.
Harlow says the numbers make me nervous. Last time I was driving, I did have a week when I sat for 4 days in New York. But honestly, that's kind of a thing of the past. A lot of these guys, none of us sit unless you choose to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a little difficult. You just gotta know how to talk to the planners and get stuff done. And even Aaron talks about his struggles that he's had in a lot of his videos. He's still moving. He's still making money. We're just not making what we want to make, and I don't think anybody's, buddy. I'd like to make $1 million, but I'm nowhere near that. But I don't think anybody's really nowhere where we really want to be or where we could be. We're just surviving right now.
Oh yeah.
We're in survival mode. Cool thing about running out of Arizona and then turning around is in Calibac, they pay you extra on top of your fuel. Yep, they do. 10 cents a mile, I believe.
Yep, the West County.
California, Oregon, and Washington.
We'll let you know what I find out about that. Yeah, I think, Scott, I think that's very smart. That's a smart decision, being a brand new driver, to run into a dedicated. So when I was at Dart, and we talked about Dart earlier, when I was at Dart before I came to Swift, I ran a Walmart dedicated in Missouri, and I lived nowhere near that account. I actually lived in Florida, but I ran it because it was a dedicated account. They paid us $1,000 a day to run that account. And, that was the total amount. You had to get your own fuel and all that, but $1,000 a day. Even if we didn't run, we still got paid $1,000 a day. It was an automatic, and they wanted you to do a 34 on the weekend. So it was an automatic, $6,000 a week. That was a good deal back then. Actually, I think it was $1,100 now that I think about it.
Yeah, no, Swift for the owner op, at least because I've looked into it, the one that it's in, it's 90 cents a mile plus the fuel surcharge, and then an extra 10 cents on top of the fuel surcharge. So like this week, we got 35 cents for our surcharge. So the Walmart guys are getting 45. The big thing is it's under $1 for that mileage.
They get stop pays too, don't they? Like 25 a stop. Yeah.
Yeah, they do get stop pay. And then the big seller on that, when they try to get you to do that, is if you fill up at Walmart pays for a majority of that fuel. So whatever the price is that it says on the pump, Walmart pays half of that, and you only pay the other half.
Scar says that's fair. Any advice to keep me rolling as a company driver? The first week I messed up my trip planning. But I'm telling you, Scars, call me tomorrow. I'll make a lot of sense to you on what you should be doing. I'm sure nobody's told you how to run that truck properly. Call me, and I'll give you a lot of insight. All these guys on this screen here can contest that there's a certain way you got to run shit here to make money. Yep. And honestly, it's not how you make the money. It's more about how you save it, especially your fuel. And that's kind of what I want to go over. Mm-hmm. Thirst Quencher says thirst punch. What the fuck is thirst punch at? That sounds like something Chris would say.
Thanks, James.
Consistent thing at Swift. It's consistent on the weeks that you're out. I mean, I think 2,500 is kind of on the higher side. And I'm real conservative on my numbers. I think 18 to 25 is a good number. There might be a week where you might make 3, but you're going to suffer the next week and make 1,000 or whatever. Yep. The weeks that you go home, obviously it's going to be less. But you gotta want, you gotta run, and you gotta call and make the connections. I mean, that's what I tell everybody. And honestly, I think that's where Aaron's got a couple things going against him. Number one, where he lives at. And he knows this. We've talked about it. Where he lives at, it's hard to get in and out of Idaho. It's even harder than Florida. You know that. We've talked about it. That's your biggest thing right there is where you live at, honestly.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I said I chirped up on that refrigerated thing. If it refrigerated as everything that we were discussing, I'll jump on it in a heartbeat, because that's a lot of loads.
Be a smart thing for you to do, and that'll help you get home on a little bit more on a regular basis. Because Aaron, I don't even know what your situation at home. Are you married and got kids and stuff?
No, I have. I do share custody with my ex-wife though, so every time I go home, I have my kids, and then I could do the switch off. So
she works with you well, then, huh?
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah. I mean, your biggest issue is just where you live at. It's just in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I've been told multiple times, hey, you should probably just move into Utah. and we'll be able to get you some better freight and get you in and out through home. And I'm like, I would if I could, but I'm up here in Idaho because of my kids. So
you got to do, you got to do what you got to do. And again, that's what I tell guys all the time. I live in Florida because I choose to live in Florida. I don't have to, but I choose to. So, I deadhead home lots of times because when it's time to go home, it's time to go home. I deadheaded home last time from Atlanta, Georgia on Christmas because it was time to go home. I'd been out for, almost 5 weeks, and your situation's the same. When you're ready to go home, you're ready to go home. You'll do whatever you need to do to go home, and that's the cost of doing business sometimes. Do I like it? Oh, but I like living in Florida. To all the newer drivers, I'm a seasoned driver. Still go by this. If you're going 500 miles, divide it by 7, and that's just how much fuel you put in. Always do that, and you'll be great on fuel cost. Okay, that's actually 500 miles a day divided by 7. Okay. Everybody has their own fueling strategies. And again, there's no wrong or right reason. If you got something to figure it out, it works for you, by all means. Just like, Aaron, he's figuring what he needs to do to make his shit work. We all do it. I spent a year trying to figure out what I needed to do. I have a wide husband and a baby daddy. Laughing my house, I'm playing. Okay. Here you are starting shit again. I'm not fueling at big places, mostly Quick Trip, all stops, and 19 truck stop. I get ESF fuel card coming. Yeah, that's exactly right, buddy. Yep. So some miracle, you just made a comment here that I've never 71 gallons do 500 miles. What my thing is, I figure everything like 60 miles is an hour basically because you run 60 miles an hour. So 71 gallons, 500 miles. I just know that if I'm going to go 600 miles, I need at least 60 gallons is what I do of fuel. I use that rule because I use a 10 mile per gallon type deal. Might be a little less, but that's kind of what I go with.
Looks like his is by 7 miles per gallon. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. Everybody
that's
has
the same thing I use.
Gronk just gave me an acronym for Swift. 2 figs and a white simmer. Wife typo. No, you really meant to put husband. We know that. Chris is already making fun of you, so it's okay. I think Nick's making fun of you too. I think Nick's about ready to fall asleep back there. He's about ready to lay down on that bed and go to sleep, aren't you?
No, not quite.
Either that or you just got the camera so far away from you because it makes you look a lot smaller and skinnier.
That's fine.
I say usually Nick's the one that's yawning the most around here.
Nick's you know what? He yawns when I talk to him on the phone all the time. So he'll ask me a bunch of questions. Well, should I do it this way or should I do it that way? Oh, man, it's making me tired. Nah, I'm just joking, man. Why not just go up and run? That's what I do to avoid getting off the interstate and fuel at night at the same times. That's kind of what I want to go over with these cars. There's a fueling strategy here. Very big fueling strategy. And that's kind of why I want to go over with you. That's one of the big things I want to go over. So he says the reason I say 7 miles is because even if your truck gets 10 miles per gallon, it'll make. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. What I do is if I use 10 miles a gallon, if it's 600 miles, 60 gallons, I'll probably put 70 or 75 in. I'll put a little bit more always than what I need. It depends on what day it is too. If it's close to Wednesday, buddy, I'll run this bitch dry if I have to. I want every penny to take home.
Mm-hmm.
Every penny that I can take home, I'll take home. I mean, I'll stop, put 10, 15 gallons in if I have to get me 50 miles or 100 miles or something.
Yep.
I know you do the same thing too, Aaron, don't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Me and you talked a long time about that shit. You already knew that secret.
Oh yeah.
Seven to 3. Actually, Green Bay just made a touchdown. Green Bay just got a touchdown. So if you're running 600 miles, I'll put in 85 gallon. Yeah, something similar. I'll probably do 75. My truck kills it on fuel mile. And again, it depends on how heavy the load is too. Most of the shit that I do is less than 10,000 pounds. Can you fuel where you want? Looks like they took away the option for the company drivers. You where you fuel at, you got to fuel where they tell you to because you're a company driver. But I just want to tell you the stuff with the owner operator.
We can fuel wherever. We can fuel wherever.
Almost wherever. There's I learned the hard way. There's a Space Age. Roadies basically own Space Age. They also own a lot of other places out in the West Coast. I stopped at the Space Age because I figured, okay, well, if they're owned by Roadies, I know Roadies is accepted. At these other places, flat out denied the card. So I had I was literally running on fumes. I ended up having to go down the road and fill up at the actual Flying J. That was about 40 cents more per gallon because I planned on going to that, thinking I was going to be able to fill up, and nope, they denied it.
Do they take ComData?
They took ComData. Yep. They the lady says it. The system, because I even went in and talked and tried to do it inside. The lady says that the company was denying it.
You can call in to get that taken care of. By the way, if you ever run into that situation, just call in, talk to the fuel desk. They'll approve it.
Okay.
Yep, you sure can. I've had that happen before. You just got to call in. The reason they do that is because they've had fraud at those places in the past. That particular fuel station that you went to probably had an issue with fraud, and they want to catch it, and they just want you to call in.
Oh, yeah.
They do that on purpose. ComData does that too sometimes. So Sam says exactly I would do 75, but also just 10 extra gallons just in case. We're definitely on the same page. Yep, absolutely, man. Oh, man. Who else wants to go on a cruise, man? My wife hates cruises. I have an itching to go on like an Alaskan cruise. I live in paradise as it is anyways. I would rather go to Alaska.
I love cruises. I love being out in the ocean.
My mom did. I would say my mom and my aunt and uncle did the Alaskan cruise, and they loved it. So it's nice.
I'd rather fly than be sitting on a ship.
You would rather what?
I'd rather fly than sit on a ship. I'm definitely afraid of being out in the middle of the ocean. So I'm good.
I've never, like I said, I've never done it. So I don't know what I would be, honestly. I mean, I'm not scared of water, but I'm not a real big swimmer either, though.
I can't remember. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I can't remember what it's called. I know it's I'm not scared of water. I'll get into it and whatnot. But if I can't see anything around, if I can't see what's around me in the water, I'm not getting in it.
Isn't that vertigo? Because my wife's the same way too. I think it's vertigo.
I don't think it's vertigo. They have it's a very complicated thing. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to look it up.
What's up, Josh? Did you get a hold of Michelle to find out what kind of time limit you got to wait for what you got going on? I'll go with you if you pay for it a lot. Yeah, you'll go with me if I pay for it and you're not married. Yeah, you were on here talking about all the Latina women that you were picking up at the truck stops last time, the little lot lizards. He was.
Yep.
Really want to find out about AP or something like that for a truck. Yeah, I'm working on something with that. Just stay tuned. We're going to be going to the truck show here in March. I've got something I'm working on really hard with that. We'll see how that goes.
It's supposedly thalassophobia, if I'm pronouncing it right. It's THALASSOPHOBIA is what it's called.
Okay. 10 to Life says, let's go float with the Fly Rabbit. Let's plan it for 2027. Yeah, I would love to do that. I really would. No, I need to call. Well, Josh, get on the phone, buddy. It's a new year. Truck show. Yeah, the truck show in Louisville, Kentucky. It's March 26th through 28th. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Hakeem, there's a documentary about a cruise ship that had power. Yeah, I saw that. It was called The Poop Cruise. Yeah, on Netflix. Man, what a disgusting thing that would have been. A lot of laughs. I never said I picked them up. I said they're hot ones in Arizona. Yeah, I'm just messing with you, man. But you're the one that brought them up, so they must be really hot or something. I think 3 out of the 5 guys on here are single too, and that would probably help them out.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, ain't that the one that was trying to hook either Chris or Nick up that one time?
Yeah.
Let's put it this way: the 3 ugliest guys on here are the ones that are single. I'm just kidding.
Oh, thanks, James.
Thanks. Yeah.
Even Tom Miracle agrees, man. Oh man, guys, I'm just having fun, man.
Oh, absolutely.
I got to tell you guys, when we did the show last week, I can't remember who was all on it, but I got more views out of the show last week, more comments, more texts, more everything about how good that show was. Everybody loved it. And I don't know if my guy is on here tonight that gave me the name. Did you notice that, Aaron, what the name of the show is?
No, I didn't notice it. No.
Just the emblems up there in that top corner. Fly and the Fellows. Saturday Night Live. He came up with the name, and I'm like, yep, that's it. We're going with it. Not married almost 3 years. So you're single for 3 years. And Sam, we know you're single because you're like we said, you got all them Latino honeys you're talking about. Shoot, my sense of humor. I'm a weirdo. You're definitely one of a kind, buddy. You're a unicorn just like Aaron is. Going to have to put home time for the truck slow so I can go to it. Hey, Harless, you have a good evening and keep in touch, brother.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of my weakness too, Latino women. So
there you go. You need to move to Florida then, buddy. You need to move to South Beach is what you need to do. Oops, I am LOL. Damn, autocorrect. Yeah. That was the first show I visited. Yep. Well, this is I labeled this Fly the Fellows episode 1. So everyone we do, we're going to keep account of them. And poor Aaron, he says. Yeah. You need to go down and go visit Sam Miracle, man. Y'all can go hook up with some Latino women.
Yeah.
Yeah, Latino women never did anything for me. Not saying they're ugly by any means, but they never did anything for me. Oh, man.
Where I was raised and whatnot, I was surrounded by them. So I grew up with them. So
where were you raised at?
I was raised in Denver, Colorado. So born and raised in Denver, and they're everywhere out there in Colorado.
Either Arizona or Florida, if you like Latina. Yeah, there's plenty on both coasts in Florida, that's for sure.
I've been finding quite a bit in Chicago too. So
one in the Missouri area. Yeah, the guy up in the middle that looks like Tony Soprano, he lives in St. Louis.
St. Louis, yep.
There's people that live in St. Louis. Him and Nelly.
Yep.
What's up with that with Missouri? You guys lost both of your freaking football teams now.
I know. And I was just telling James about that some of the people in Kansas City were complaining about them moving only 20 or 30 miles away, but they're complaining that they lost that Missouri lost it has to do with taxes that they got they got a good deal over in Kansas. That's the only reason.
So do you think that they're going to hit finals here soon too then?
Do I not? You're cutting out.
I said, you think they're going to lose the Royals as well here soon?
You never know.
don't see where that's that big of a deal, man, because it's still Kansas City.
Yeah.
That's got to, honestly, that's got to be a logistics nightmare moving a team literally, 20 miles away or whatever it is. I would rather move the team cross country than 20 miles away if I was going to move. Have you ever, like me and the wife, when we first got together, I had a single apartment. She had a single bedroom apartment. And I moved closer to where she was when we started dating. And she had a little 1-bedroom apartment. And the 2-bedroom apartment became available. We moved into that literally 10 steps away. I mean, literally 10 steps away from where we lived at. That was the worst fucking move I ever did in my life. I would rather move cross country with a van than to move next door like that.
Oh, yeah.
Have y'all ever done that before? That is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I've done it where I've from one side of the street to the other side. So.
Truck 223-753, not any of you all. Nope. Scars, I don't know what you're trying to go with here, man. Ain't nobody up there right now. Rig Pig said, did somebody say go Broncos? Nope, nobody said go Broncos but you, buddy. My team is out and done. Chicago is more Puerto Rican ladies, and I'm from there, but they are cuties also. Speaking of ladies, where's my wife? Are you still on here, or did you fall asleep? She hadn't made a comment in a while. So we're going to get this merchandise going here real soon, guys. I'm going to create I figured out how we're going to do it. I'm going to create a special PayPal and Zelle and all those different accounts. If you guys want something, you just send me the money and I'll mail it straight out. Some of the custom hats, some of the special stuff might take a little bit longer, but whatever I have in stock, I can get it to you pretty quickly. The wife can mail it out. That's her only job. Just like I told you earlier, Nick, remember what I told you, what you tell your wife, what she does for a living?
Yeah.
Anything the fuck she wants to. My husband makes the money.
Yep.
Flying the gang. Yeah, we're flying the fellows, buddy. There's my boy. He's the one that came up with the name. Hey, flying the fellows. What's up? What's up, Virgil? Thanks for the name, man. You see the logo up there? I put the logo on the YouTube page, too. You can check it out. I appreciate the name, man. It really works. I was going to bring the shit show back, but I said, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to bring back a show like that. Or fly into gang. Yeah, the name's already settled, brother. Oh, yeah. Virgil, my boy Virgil came up with that. Well, I'm going to give it about another 10 minutes, guys, and I think I'm going to hit the sack because my morning's going to start a little bit after 3 this morning. I don't know what you guys got plans.
I'm here till Monday morning.
I'm not allowed to pick up till 6 a.m. So.
All I heard was Brown's teacher there. Aaron?
I'm not allowed to pick up till 6 a.m.
And I pick up at the St. Louis drop yard at 8.
And I'm going to Orlando, and I'm going to drop this bitch as soon as I get there and go pick up my next load. Hopefully, I can pick it up tomorrow, but I got a funny feeling that it's going to be 6 o'clock in the morning on Monday, and that's fine. I guess Steven's asleep.
No, I was listening to all y'all.
Mm.
I got about 2.5 hours, and then I got to go pick up and then take it to Pennsylvania.
Where are you at right now?
I'm in Coleman, Alabama right now. I got to go to Decatur, Alabama to pick up.
Damn, you got a nice load. Was that about 1,000 miles or so?
A little under 800.
That's still
Not
good,
too bad.
man.
Where are you going
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania?
Hanover.
Hanover. Yeah.
So Psalm 6, I swear if the Bears lose, I'm going to do a flip-flop mafia drive. You're going to be one of them white Volvo mafias, huh? Turban Suburban?
Mhm.
I was gonna say the other day I was in Missouri somewhere. I was down by Springfield, and a truck that was leaving went in front of me had duct tape across a lot of their covering up the excuse me, covering up the MC and the DOT numbers, and I'm sitting there going, no, that's bad. That's another one, using different numbers and shit. And I was like, man, here we go.
I don't know.
I saw a truck the other day. The whole bumper had duct tape wrapped all around the whole bumper. I mean, there was no paint left on the bumper. It was all duct tape everywhere, holding that bitch up. I mean, to me, than a guy with a bright ass green lime Peterbilt would do, you know?
Hey.
And that's a bright truck. I've seen it. I was like, holy shit, bright.
Yep. That's how you knew it.
They'll be using that at a lighthouse. It's so damn bright.
That's how Chris knew it was me.
Yeah, we crossed each other on 44 last week, and I looked over and I saw this big old bright green truck, and I looked over and a Swift piece, and I looked on our Life 360 app, and I said, "Oh, that's Nick." I knew it.
See, that's what Michael Page did to me on Thursday. He's like, "Are you in the Detroit yard? Because there's a super bright yellow truck in the line to get worked on." I said, "Absolutely, I sure am." He's like, "Well, I'm here too." I'm like, "Well, dude, fucking football game's getting ready to go on. Let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings." And that's what started today. He said, "Let me get my laundry done. The game comes on at 8 and we'll go." I'm like, good deal. You get to ride in the rabbit truck. That's what we did. So, guys, help me out here. We need to come up with a character for Stephen down there. His truck is green also, but it's more of a darker green. Not an emerald green, but kind of a medium green, I would say. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
We need to come up with a good one.
The what?
What truck? What kind of truck is it?
25 Kenworth.
How long ago did you get that?
Last month.
Was that in Arizona?
Decatur.
Oh, okay. Because there was I couldn't tell if it was a 25 or a 26 Kenworth right behind where I picked mine up, and it was with it was that darker green.
Oh, yeah, man. So he says he's a Buffalo and a Bears fan. I'm a Buccaneers and a Dolphins fan. And a Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions was because I lived in Louisville. I didn't like the Bengals. I didn't like the Browns. And I didn't like the Bears. So I kind of hovered towards the Lions as a kid. And then when Beverly Hills Cop came out, I was, Lions fan because of Beverly Hills Cop. Kind of a bandwagon, I guess. But Tampa Bay, definitely. I've been a Tampa Bay fan ever since they started the team.
Patriots. That actually kind of started for me on the Patriots as a kind of a dig at my family. Being born and raised in Colorado, my entire family's Bronco fan. My very first football game was Denver versus New England, and I rooted for New England and been rooted for them ever since.
Yeah, mine's the Saints.
You guys got the old Boise State star down there as your guys' head coach, Kellen Moore.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's not doing great, but he's not exactly doing bad, considering this is his first ever head coaching job.
Yeah, he went from being a big old star in Boise State in college, and then he went to the draft, didn't get drafted at all, and then went to broadcasting, and then now this is his first one for his head coaching job.
There, Nick. I just sent you what his truck looks like. I was talking about NFL teams, not teams that are college level in the NFL. Okay. So you're making fun of my team, huh? The Buccaneers. You can eat a shit turd, as far as I'm concerned. You talk about my team like that.
It did take you guys to get Brady and like another people.
You know, I got to tell you the truth, man. I know Brady was good, absolutely phenomenal. To this day, I do know why they took Brady. Obviously, the reason, and they made it happen. I didn't want Brady. You know who I really wanted? You're gonna laugh at me when I tell you this.
Who?
I wanted Baker Mayfield back then. I really did. They were looking at other quarterbacks, and I don't think he was really available at that time. But I told my wife, back in 2019, before they went to the Super Bowl, I said that guy would be perfect, absolutely perfect for what we have as our offense. And boy, was I right. I still think he's a great quarterback. Our offensive line, two things: they're aging, they're getting older, and the other guys that are there are too young. So we have that mix of either too old or too young, and it's not working. They need to rebuild that.
Yeah.
I was a Leonard Fournette fan, and he actually came back for the last part of the season. Didn't really do a whole lot, but he's one of those that's aged, and those guys. I mean, I think it's a waste of time to bring them. But so Psalm Miracle says, you can't lie though. When you had Mike Allstott as your fullback, Mike Allstott is probably one of the best fullbacks of all time. I've actually got his jersey with an autograph on it. With me, living in the Tampa Bay area and then being a cop in the Tampa Bay area, one of the other officers, friends that I had, he actually ran a lawn care service on the side, just kind of cut people's grass. He actually cut Mike Allstott's grass, and that's how I got my jersey signed. So my signed jersey is very authentic. It's not like, where you pay for it. I got mine free. Very authentic. Boy, it looks cold in Chicago or Green Bay, wherever it is they're playing. Man, it looks cold.
Either one, it's cold. You don't get a below. I'm just up there in that area today up in Wisconsin. It can't go above 28 degrees.
Playing in Chicago. So yeah, you paid for his glove. Okay. Yeah, I was definitely an Allstott fan. Mike Evans is he doesn't get the credit that he needs. I mean, he's probably one of the best wide receivers out there in the game right now. Still is, and he's taking pay cuts to stay at the Bucs to keep them in something. And when he found out Brady was coming, that was a shoe-in for him. I mean, who wouldn't it be?
They paid him a lot of money, but then again, Brady he sacrificed a lot of money playing all those years in New England so he could stay up there.
I got to tell you the truth, man. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dogging Brady by any means. The year that we went to the Super Bowl, I think just about anybody could have been the quarterback that year, especially Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was pretty decent back then. We were stacked, dude. I mean, the whole team was stacked. We had offense, we had defense, and to be honest with you, if you had the 20,000 or 2002 team play the 2020 team, I think the 2020 team would have just absolutely mopped the old team, and the old team was good too. Don't get me wrong, they were. But this team that we had in 2020 was just, and I'm not even talking about Brady. I'm talking about just the team. Chris, you can agree to that too, can't you? They were stacked.
Yeah.
You don't agree with me?
No, I do.
Okay. Well, Mayfield's a good guy. I mean, I think he's doing much better there in Tampa than he ever did in Cleveland or Carolina. And whatnot.
Shit, we beat the Kansas City Chiefs, buddy.
Yep.
And even with the old Super Bowl team where we beat the Raiders, the only reason, and I said this from the beginning, don't get me wrong, I'm glad we won the Super Bowl, but the only reason we beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl is because Gruden was there. He knew all the fucking plays that they were going to do.
Yep.
They were so easy to beat. And Rich Gannon was never a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. He was the quarterback then. Him and Brad Johnson. Brad Johnson was our quarterback. He's no Super Bowl quarterback, even though he won.
Yeah.
It's just our team was that stacked. He was just a mediocre quarterback. Our team was just that good with everybody we had. So Sam's got some comments here. I think the year you guys won the Super Bowl, anyone could have won with that team. Yep, but Brady managed that offense to a T. Yeah, that is a true statement, and I agree 1,000% with that. And that goes with Bruce Arians. Brady did manage that team, even though Bruce Arians, and you can watch the videos of everything that was about that. Bruce Arians gave him full reins to do whatever he needed to on that team. But our defense that year was, spot on. Spot on with defense. That's the reason we took the Kansas City Chiefs down the way we did, because of defense. All right, anybody got any reservations about calling it tonight? Y'all ready to go?
Whenever you are.
Chris, you crack me up, man. You are so talkative on the phone. You laugh your ass off at every comment that I say, and then you come up with some funny shit. And now you're quiet, man. And I'm guessing the wife didn't get off because she hasn't made a comment since. And same thing with you too, Nick. You're quiet. What the fuck?
Hang on, buddy. Hang on, buddy. Hang on, buddy.
Guess we don't have nothing to talk about.
Steve, you're always calling me and bugging the shit out of me, asking questions. No, I'm just kidding. Every time Steve calls me, hey, I know you're busy. Question. I'm sorry I bothered you, but you ain't bothering me. I'm helping you. What's going on, man? Every conversation you started with, I'm sorry I'm bothering you, but I got a question. And Aaron, you're just the opposite. You love talking on here, but you don't like talking on the phone. That's the funny thing. Serious business though, Aaron, man. I think you will. I think that idea that you came up with the reefer, I think is spot on. You really need to research that. I think that might be what you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if they have that load board, I'm going to jump on that immediately because I'm literally right there.
I'm going to put you in contact with Brett, okay? And you can talk to him about it, okay? If I get in contact with Brett Lucas tomorrow, he's the one that comes on the show. I've got his number somewhere. I'm going to call him tomorrow, and I'm going to put you two in contact so he can tell you, okay? And do me a favor. Don't give up, man, because you can really do well here. I don't think you have give up in your vocabulary just like us. But, dude, don't give up. It will get better, and you're going to find the right click. It's just you live in a weird place like we talked about. But something will come. I promise you.
Yeah, no, I don't plan on giving up. So,
I don't want to lose you. I'm having you on the show every once in a while.
Oh yeah. No, I love working for Swift. And the only way I foresee me to is if it came down to a custody issue with my kids. I'm good.
Okay. Once I fully come on board, I'll come on your live stream, talk and cook. You know that. You know what? You're welcome to do that anytime. We'd love to watch you make up some nice Latina dishes for some of the Latina girls that you get on the truck. Make you some street tacos. I think that's what I'm going to make tomorrow. I think I'm going to make me some street tacos, or what I call street tacos anyway.
They make some pretty good ass food. They know how to get to a man's heart. Great food stuff.
Yeah. All right, guys. I guess we'll call it tonight. I'm sorry I made fun of all of you guys, all four of you. I mean it good fun. Especially you, Chris.
Oh, I know.
Every time I look at you, I want to play the Sopranos theme. You know what? I'd play it right now, but I'd fucking get hit with a strike or something.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first came on the live before I got invited in here, I did sit there. It's like he kind of going off the mob vibe.
Who he did? Chris did?
Yeah,
Yeah. He does have that look, man, doesn't he?
yeah.
Like, he's as sweet and soft as a teddy bear, though. I'll tell you that, man. He got a little bit of sweet and sour sauce in him, like McDonald's, brother. Guys, I got to tell you, man, I have fun doing this show with you guys. It's a lot of fun. I think mostly people on here that aren't trolls and they really do want to watch this. I think they have fun with us making fun of each other.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I can't speak for the rest of the guys, but I don't find no offense in it.
Yeah.
Right? Same here.
No offense here.
It's all just good, clean fun.
Psalm says be on board with his down payment, etc. on the 5th. All right, buddy. The 5th of February, I'm hoping. If you need any help, son, give me a ring, brother. My phone number's down there. I'll give you the good, bad, and the ugly. All right, guys, we'll cut it off. We're at 2 hours and 31 minutes, 13 people in. So one time we had 31 in. I'll keep an eye and see how it goes. But all right, guys, y'all have a good night. Thanks for coming in, Chris, Nick, Steve.
You too. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
You guys are always come on the show on Saturdays. I'll do this every week, man. I'll send you guys a text and see if you guys want to come on. I'm curious to see how many people we can actually get in here, though. That's one thing I'm curious about. So we had 6 tonight because Jonah was here. So I'd like to see if we can get 7, 8, 9. How many?
I gotta say, I think Yardstream, when you first go on, it says up to 10 people, I think.
That's for the free version. I pay for it, though.
Oh, okay.
It's like us, our last of the dying breed of America. Absolutely, buddy. I agree.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Safe too, Scott, man. You have a good night, brother. All right, guys. I'll shut her down. Y'all have a great night. All right?
All right.
Talk.
You got to.
You too. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.